Lorcana has asked me to do an audition piece for Lorcana, so that's what this is. That's really cool. I've gone for Stitch. Can you tell it's Stitch? It's Stitch. And I've gone for Stitch in the alien form. I have said this in my last video, but I have stopped using a colored pencil for the undersketch and started going straight in with the paint. It's easier for you guys to see what I'm doing, and then it's just paint, so I don't have to worry about pencil lines. I could just paint right over that. That's all good. I am using acrylic-based paint, and this is the undercoat. The undercoat is me just mapping out where all the colors are gonna go, because I don't have a plan. You thought I had a plan? No. I just put the colors where I think they should go. I want some shadows to be there. Other parts will have light on them. I have gone for more of a cool color scheme, which means I'm keeping it in blues, purple tones, green tones, and the warmest tones are going to be maybe some pink elements, but I do want to keep it more on the purple. Once I'm done with the base coat, I can put the top coat on, and this is where the detailed work comes in. It's going to take longer, and I'm going to lay the canvas down flat on a table now because it's actually really difficult to paint on an easel. Having to hold your arm up in the air, think about what you're doing, and put the paint on and not make a mistake. Easels, they are hard. I don't mind them for a little bit. I think they're good for, again, the initial mapping of things and the last detail work, because it is good to see the artwork upright. You get the proportions better and you can see things that you wouldn't necessarily catch if it was flat on the table. Once everything's kind of there and I know where I'm going with it, I do want the painting to be flat. Then I can work easier and longer hours. This is also probably because if I start a painting, I am not going to stop until it is done. For this piece, I am going to give Stitch more of a 3D appearance rather than the 2D traditional, just ever so slightly. Overall though, I am going for a painterly look, and that's a word that I use a lot actually, painterly, and it's just to help differ between my other style, which is hyperrealism. Hyperrealism, I'm gonna be trying to make it look like a photograph or something from real life, and when I say the word painterly, I'm gonna make it look like a painting, which again with painting that's an odd thing to say, but it makes sense somewhere. I also use the term concept art, and that's again me just trying to relay to you guys. I do want this to look like an art piece. I want it to have the artistic brushstrokes showing, especially if I'm going to be pitching this as my card art style, because I do love it when people do that. I love it when artists have paintings become card art. I've seen it in other places. I mostly identify as a painter though, so this is the obvious choice for me and something that makes me happy. I can also do digital artwork though, so I will be submitting some digital pieces in addition to this just to get a larger scope of what I can do for the company. And part of the reason I'm making this video is just to show you my process. It could be the beginning of something, or this could go absolutely nowhere, just so you know. I've just been asked to do something and I'm doing it. That's it. We will see if they want something like this or if they go a different direction, which I will completely appreciate. I kind of want to go back to when I was talking about the style of this though, because especially the background, I'm keeping the brush strokes very open and present. For this, I'm using a lot of a dry brush technique, which you might hear artists say and you might not know what that means actually. And part of the reason I want to go into this is because I think it's funny. Dry brush means that you're just putting paint on the brush and on the canvas, and there's no mixing medium in between. And so dry brush literally is paint and brush, which is what everyone else thinks painting is. Isn't that funny? If you do paintings, you would know that normally if you want paint to blend together better, or if you want to make it smoother and easier to spread across the canvas, you're going to be dipping the brush into water or some other solvent or medium gloss, and that's going to thin your paint out and make it more mixable, blendable. Whereas if your brush is dry to begin with and you dip it directly into the paint or whatever you've mixed together and then put it on the canvas, it's just not going to blend very well. And that's what makes it a dry brush technique. It gives a dry brush look. And yes, I know the band-aid is distracting. I got a paper cut. There we go. Now that more of the colors are present, you will see this really is a cool tone piece. Greens, the blues, the purple, and these are actually spa colors. They calm anxiety. Spa colors are also what you tend to use for bathrooms. Great at voiceovers again. And it's a new day. I was invited the previous evening to go to a Deadpool screening, so I did that, and here we are again. Going back to the color scheme though, and why I chose this one. The title of this piece is After the Chase. Stitch is just kind of popping out going, what's this? Why am I here? Cool, I'm at peace. I'm not being chased anymore. It's a calm moment. I did put a little bit of thought into this piece, just a hair, and now we're almost done. Yay! Just to clarify one more time here, this is an audition piece for Lorcana, which means it's most likely not going to end up on a card. Just to clarify and set the groundwork there. It's my understanding that for the actual card artwork, artists are given a prompt to work off of, and then that's what becomes the card art. Not just, here, I'll paint Stitch so you can see my style. We will see how this goes. If it is cool, that is awesome. Anyway, I need to varnish that still. We're not quite done. You're wondering what that is over there? I've got the friendship necklaces. How cool. How cool! Here's the finished painting. I have framed it this time, go me. Normally I don't put the painting in a frame, but today I did it. Put it in my Disney room. Feel like I've opened my own art of Disney. That's what it's starting to feel like, and I'm okay with that. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, goodbye, bye.